Yeah, from us to you. My name is Jeff. We are the Lost and Found in Translation show. With me, of course, is Kwame. Kwame, like we always do, the lyrics are ready.
Yeah,
Are you?
bring it on.
They're coming in hot. Decode the lyrics.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's see. It's a classic one also. Yeah. Sasa mashida na kiss goodbye. Ni bese yangu wame bleki kwa ndai. Ame bleki kwa ndai.
Yeah, definitely. The amazing Jerry Doobie is a basketball.
Doobie. Shout out to Abbas, man.
Yeah, that was a classic.
That was a classic hit.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So I was walking down the street. I think yesterday, around evening, and then I meet this young dude. I don't know him, but what really caught my attention was the shirt he was that he had on, and the writings on the shirt. It was a black shirt, and the writings were in white, and the writings went like Black Lives Matter. And of course, when you see or you hear those words, automatically you know what it's all about.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
Of course, yeah, the shooting of George Floyd and whatnot, which was very unfortunate. It happened in the States and whatnot, but it had a very huge ripple effect all across. I mean, we're in Africa, and someone walking the streets of Kenya has those words printed on his or her shirt. And I thought yes, it's a beautiful thing to stand as one, especially with regards to injustices and whatnot. But it also got me thinking, and what came to my mind was, are these movements kind of like, have they become fashionable, so to speak? And I hope I'm not going to come into bashing and whatnot, but we have to just pause a bit and ask ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Whenever there's something that happens, like whatever the unfortunate events of around George Floyd's death.
Yeah, especially the one for George Floyd, like exploded. That one is what really got people rattled up.
Yes, it went worldwide, and yes, the putting out the message out there is all fine and whatnot. But sometimes I ask myself, have this calls for social justice become sort of like associatable movements? I'm lost for the term to use, but they almost seem cool. Like you want to identify with whatever.
Sort of like what they say nowadays is like being woke.
Yes.
Do you think it's like let's not say it's a fake woke, but like the term woke right now is associated with just a lot of people who are saying it for the sake of saying it.
It's been misused.
Yeah. So I think an argument can be made for either sides.
Yes.
Where we clearly, everyone knows there is an issue. Everyone knows police brutality, and it's not only in the US. Even here, we face police brutality a lot. I mean, we're from Kisumu. You just I don't know, is Baby Pendo's case like cleared or something?
I don't think so. I think it's still ongoing.
Yeah, a perfect case of like police brutality and just a policeman going on rampage and just killing innocent citizens.
Yeah. And it's a very important point also you bring about, because whatever happened with Baby Pendo, you people rally around it, and there are tweets and whatnot. But then what I struggle with is, when does it begin to be impactful? When does it begin to impactful and not just something that will end up in the corridors of Twitter and
then just
shots.
die out there. When the next person gets killed, like we hashtag the next person,
we print out another.
The next, I understand what you're saying. I think another point that I clearly want to bring out, I hope I don't get castigated for this, is a peaceful protest in itself is an oxymoron. You're supposed to, when you're protesting about something, you're supposed to make the other person uncomfortable. So there's nothing like a peaceful protest. I hear people saying this time around, no, we want to just have a peaceful protest. Like, that's just an oxymoron. Like, how can a protest is supposed to make the other person uncomfortable, like to hear you, to respond to what you're saying. So just to tie it back to what we are talking about, the Black Lives Matter, I would say that yes, clearly there's a lot of people doing the work, and I salute to those people. There's also a huge percent of people who are just printing out the t-shirts and saying it because it's a cool thing, it's the in thing right now. But then again also, let's not forget that there's different roles to play in a revolution. some people can only be on Twitter. Like, for example, our parents, they can be on Twitter. They can just spread the word around on Twitter. But us, we're still young. We can go out in the streets, and we're supposed to be out there. We're supposed to protest and
demand for justice.
So I think there's different routes that all of us can take. Just make sure that whichever lane you take, you stay on course. And
so you know, even the dude that I met with the shirt on, he was playing a role in his own way.
I believe he was playing a role, but he's not here right now. We didn't have the conversation with him, so it's hard for us to pinpoint whether or not
he's actually into it, and it's not
just a cool
bandwagon
t-shirt.
kind of
He
thing.
just afforded the t-shirt. It's just a cool t-shirt.
If you're out there and you have that t-shirt on, reach out. You know, tell us what your intentions were. Unadulterated, like, for sure. But you know, you can always reach out to us and tell us, you know, your thoughts over, you know, today's episode. Let us know what you think about what you just had in discussion, and maybe if we can have more impactful ways to, you know, in the quest for justice and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. Jeff and Kwame, Lost and Found in Translation Show.